Alright everyone, I am back. How's everyone doing? For those who don't know, I am Sharpedo43 once again, with another Wi-Fi battle as usual. And today we're going to have another battle against, actually not another battle, but this is going to be my first battle against Magnitude. A very interesting fellow, by the way. There's two things that I know this guy specifically for. First of all, I've heard of his name back in the Generation 4 days, alongside other people like Hayden, the Killer Nacho, and what's his face, King Daddy D-Mac and all those people. Like, I've heard of him, but I've never really watched any of his videos. Like, I've never followed him the way I did Hayden and the Killer Nacho. But also, he's also known for he's known for being one of the, I don't know if commissioner or just the founding father of the GBA. In other words, this guy is actually a member of the GBA. Like, he partakes in the GBA, which is that draft league that a lot of people know about. And I was already aware of the GBA's existence when I battled this guy, because this battle took place just around a month before the release of Sun and Moon, basically. So he was streaming a while ago, and he was actually giving out Volcanion codes. So I was like, you know what? I need another Volcanion, so I could use another Volcanion. And he said that if I beat him, that I would get a Volcanion code, and I was like, heck yeah, I'm doing it. And thankfully I was able to get this battle. He said it was gonna be an OU battle, but looking at his team, it's like, wow, this again, this Heisenberg shit once again. Only this time it's coming from Magnitude of all people. But it's all good because it's Magnitude and not Heisenberg. So I'm pretty sure even if I lose, Magnitude won't be a bitch like Heisenberg was, so I should be fine. And we're gonna see how this battle goes right now. Okay, so I think he's gonna lead off with Sawsbuck of the Milwaukee Sawsbucks, right? Yeah, that's pretty clean. And I'm gonna lead off with Zapdos. And I think here, turn 1, he just goes straight for the Swords Dance, which is really crazy. This guy is just going full on right now. But I'm just gonna Volt Switch because looking at his team, he doesn't really have anything to switch in to make me lose momentum for Volt Switch. Like, there's nothing that prevents me from Volt Switching, basically. Like, there's no immunity to Volt Switch, so therefore I can just freely Volt Switch, and if he switches out, I'll just get Switch Initiative all the damn time. Now, I go into Mega Diancie here, and I protect because I know that this Sawsbuck has a higher base speed than usual. I think it's like 95, and Diancie is only like 50, so I have to protect. And here I just go for the Moonblast, and I was actually confident I would kill it just because looking at Sawsbuck's special defense, it was very low. There is no way it can live it unless it's Assault Vest, but since it went for Swords Dance, it's clearly not Assault Vest. Nor is it Scarf because he went for Swords Dance. Those were my only two concerns with Sawsbuck, but it was neither of those, so I was able to take it out, thankfully. But now he goes into Starmie, and here I just hard switch into Swampert because this thing can take Scalds very well. I know I got burned, but honestly, I don't really care too much about earthquaking anything on this team. So I'm just gonna go for the Stealth Rocks right here. He switches out though. Why? I don't know, because he can easily just spam Scald here. But I go for the Stealth Rocks. Oh right, he switched into Cresselia because he thinks I'm gonna Toxic him right here, and he's gonna go for the Substitute, predicting me to go for a Toxic. But what I actually do here is actually Roar, because I was afraid this Cresselia would be a freaking sub-Calm Mindset. And I didn't want him to set up anything in my face. So, he goes, I phased him into Starmie again. I was like, you're gonna stay right here, man. You're not going anywhere. And, I think here, here he just goes for Scald again. Oh, no, I switch out. And I do think, he goes for the Scald again. Yeah, he goes for Scald again. And, my Zapdos gets burned for whatever it's worth, because, I mean, it doesn't really affect Zapdos that much, other than for the residual damage, maybe. But I do have Recover in this thing, so it's all good. Seeing how much that Scald did made me feel confident that I can maybe take an Ice Beam, even at this range. So what I wanted to do here was just stay on the offensive and just go for Volt Switch. He does switch out, though, and he goes into Goodra. Once again, the fact that he has no Volt Switch immunity gives me the opportunity to just Volt Switch all the time. Like here against Magnitude, I'm just pulling off the Tesla Mouse strats, just freaking Volt Switching. let me tell you, volt switching is like one of the most badass things to do. This is one of the things I liked about Tesla Mouse. But anyways, I go into Bisharp here after volt switching, and I just go for the knockoff on this Goodra. I was hoping I'd be able to take the what's it called very confidently. I was hoping I'd be able to take it out basically with the knockoff, considering its stab and it's also boosted by the fact that it had an item, but it didn't KO. So this Goodra just gets to finish off my Bisharp with a flamethrower. And yeah, now I have to send in Roserade because thankfully the Goodra was weakened, so it was in range for Roserade to KO it with a Sludge Bomb. And now he's going to go into red. This was actually, which is his Heat Ran, which was actually one of the mons he used in the GBA, which is actually really cool. This actually got me bit. Thankfully, I had the right Roserade and actually had the one with Hidden Power Ground, so I was like, heck yeah, I just took out this Heat Ran. I just showed my boy Magnitude how freaking things work, which was really, really cool. Anyways, he goes into Titanfall, which is this Aggron, which I'm going to assume it's the Mega. I've never seen Mega Aggron, so I kind of didn't know what to expect from him, honestly. I was gonna go for the Sleep Powder, but I didn't want to risk the miss, so I was just thinking, you know what? Let's just freaking go for the Hidden Power Ground here. And it almost takes it out, but it didn't take it out. So as a result, this thing is just gonna be on the offensive and go for the Heavy Slam and just take out my Roserade, which that really hurts. But yeah, I managed to weaken it enough so that Zapdos can just come in, and I can now just Volt Switch it again, in case he tries to preserve this thing for whatever reason, for like Death Fodder or something. So I just Volt Switch again. He gets the switch advantage here because I Volt Switch though, but it's all good. Here I think I just go back into Swampert. Yeah, I do go back into Swampert because I was just hoping this thing would kill it, and I wanted to see what he tried to switch into. So yeah. He goes back into Starmie, so he's pretty much gonna just he's just pretty much gonna finish me off with a Scald here, or Ice Beam in this case. I guess he thought I'd try to preserve Swampert, so he was predicting Zapdos, but nah, I just stayed in and Earthquake this thing for a little bit of chip damage. So here, I think I just Swampert goes down to burn, obviously, and here I think I go into Zapdos again? Yeah, I go into Zapdos again. Because I was going to Volt Switch it again. And I was actually thinking he'd go for the Ice Beam right here. But he didn't. He actually went for the Recover. I guess he wanted to see how much Volt Switch would do. And he probably wanted to see if I carried Thunderbolt or not. But I don't. I actually only had Volt Switch. So I just Volt Switched again. I retreat Zapdos. And here I think I send Lucario. Now here I had to go depend on a 50-50 here. Here I'm going to go for the E-Speed, but he could easily switch into Cresselia here. I was just hoping he wouldn't, and he didn't, so I was like, thankfully I predicted correctly here, because I was literally about to go for a Swords Dance here, thinking he would actually switch in Cresselia because it's tanky as it is. But thankfully he wasn't. Now he's going to finally go into his last Pokemon, which is Cresselia. And here I definitely go for the Swords Dance, even if he goes for the Substitute, because I'm confident that at +2 I should be able to break the Substitute anyways. He goes for the Side Shock though, so I was like, okay. It shouldn't do too much, right? Yeah, especially if the Cresselia is very defensive, it shouldn't do too much with Side Shock. So here I just start spamming Ice Punch, hoping for the freeze, because that's literally all my Lucario can do. It cannot Crunch because I don't have it. The only moves I have on this is Drain Punch, Extreme Speed, and Ice Punch. So I'm definitely going to have to just rely on getting the freeze with Ice Punch. And it's not doing a lot either, the Ice Punch either, even after +2. That just shows how defensive this Cresselia is. He goes for a Substitute here, and this actually kind of was making me wonder, holy shit, this guy's going for a Substitute on the very, very last turn? This guy does not want to lose. So I go for the Ice Punch again, and I was like, I should break this, right? And I was like, and it didn't. I was like, whoa, holy shit, I might actually lose this, actually, because I wasn't able to break the Substitute, and now this thing is just gonna set up in my face. So I was like, holy shit, like I was speechless when this happened. I was like, how the hell did +2 Ice Punch not break the Substitute of a Cresselia? What the hell? Anyways, I go into a Zapdos now, because just to Volt Switch, just to break the Substitute, because it's not especially defensive, it seems, because it was very, very heavily defense invested. So I just Volt Switch just to break the Substitute, and here I take advantage of going into my other Pokemon, which is Mega Diancie. And here I just freaking I think he goes for a Calm Mind. Yeah, he does. So he can take the Moonblast better, and then proceed to sub again, because I think the leftovers is giving him enough to set up another substitute, and then I won't be able to break his sub either, which is not what I want. But thankfully though, and this was actually something I had to pray I'd actually get right, but because Diamond Storm is physical, I went for Diamond Storm, and I was hoping to God from where it was that it would be able to take it out, and it does. So I was like, holy shit. I'm so glad I got that off, because holy shit, I thought I was gonna lose that, honestly. That Cresselia, it may be RU, but holy shit, that thing really can be a monster if you're not prepared for it and whatnot. And I wasn't, because honestly I didn't expect to be able to battle Magnitude. Remember that this is the same team that I used against Raffle Amiibo and Looted Live. I was using this team not with the expectations that I'd ever be able to face Magnitude. So I was like, holy shit, I actually got it, and I actually won, which means I got my Volcanion code, which was really, really clean. But anyways, yeah, that was gonna be the end of that battle. So hopefully y'all enjoyed it, and good game to Ryu, also known as Magnitude, also known as Steve, also known as all kinds of other things. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today, and once again, I hope you all enjoyed it. Leave your thoughts below if you wanna tell me how you guys felt about the battle and whatnot. And yeah, we're gonna be on that grind for more battles, because let me tell you, this is where things start to get crazy. I get to battle Magnitude, and then I get to battle a bunch of other people, but this is just the start of things. So yeah, just stay tuned for those, because yeah, during these final few battles that I have in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, it's just a bunch of craziness. Like, so much crazy stuff happens, in my opinion though. I don't know about you people, but I definitely think it's crazy. So yeah, just stay tuned for that, and take it easy. And once again, good game to Steve, aka Magnitude. So yeah, and hope you all have a good one.